see you're both straight and ready. I'll start you like this.
We now go to a heat of the Fawley Challenge Cup. It is an incredibly difficult event to qualify for, and you see the boys at the top of your screen from Molesey Boat Club in black. We've seen the Molesey crew already. Of course, they lost the call to be in the Thames Cup. This is another Molesey's crew, the junior boys, and they are racing in orange, the boys from Lee Rowing Club.
Just want to look at that Lee steering. They've just gone off towards the island. That's it, they're back on track now.
So the boys from Lee Rowing Club in East London, that's your patch, Mark, and they are sculling nicely in their Philippe Shell, I think the Italian boat, ahead of the boys from Molesey in black.
Yeah, it's great to see a crew from that part of London out here racing the regatta. You know, it's 20. It's our first one this event. It's great to see East End or kind of North East kids up here competing and winning. Look at that shot from the air, drone shot. And this is the images these kids are going to love, these young athletes are going to love, showing their friends, their family, racing at Henley, and obviously leading down the track.
So the crew from the Lee there, River League Boat Club in East London, extremely impressive from them. It's the same crew that were national champions, Mark. Well, in the age group category of junior 16 quads just a year ago, and that Lee crew good enough to make the final, so 17-year-olds against 18-year-olds in the final of national schools this year. Very, very competitive in this event since it's come into Henley Regatta, and of course it's done so much for British sculling to have a schoolboy event.
Yes, it's the depth we have in British sculling now is brilliant. You know, you see it coming up through the senior ranks now with the senior teams, much better than it was 10 or 15 years ago. So, you know, the impact it's had is huge. And, you know, if these young athletes have come to Henley, the chance to win a Henley medal is huge. You know, it's what they dream of. They want to race and win at Henley.
So, Lee, well, showing the form that took them to the junior 16 title, national title last year, showing the form that took them into the final of the junior 18 quads this year, and it's a very close race. Helen Taylor, the Molesey coach, will be extremely pleased, I think, with the performance of her crew. They are still in contact, and Lee very much the favourites coming out of their station. And I wonder what the umpire will say. Is that Sir Matthew Pinsent? He's got his hand on the flag, but he's so far not used it.
Yeah, the boys kind of drifted across out their lane, and that's the last thing you want now, is that you're coming into the kind of sprint phase of the race, coming to the finish. You want to make sure you don't have to use the rudder, so it doesn't affect the hull.
So you can see the boys in orange from the Lee Rowing Club, they have led from the first stroke, but Molesey, the crew in black, have not led up. There on the right of your screen, the Surrey-based club, coached by Helen Taylor, stroked by Matthew Hardley, battling all the way. And it is a very tight race. I think Molesey might just be coming back when we see a shot on the boys in Lee, a sprint finish, and Lee outside on this furthest station, Bucks, but they're on the left of your screen. Molesey are giving it their all, Mark.
Yeah, that's a fantastic race for the Molesey boys there. You know, it stayed in their bubble, did their race, and they're coming into Longleat Stewart's enclosure with a canvas lead.
So they haven't let up, Molesey Boat Club, and that's a fantastic Matthew Hardy. The race still isn't done yet. They come to the finish line. It's very close. Lee looking for the finish. Molesey looking for the finish. It looks like Molesey might just be ahead. And I think, what a great finish that was from Molesey Boat Club. Lee were broken in the last part of that race, Mark, and that was an amazing finish. Molesey are too exhausted to celebrate. Matthew Hardy, the stroke of the Molesey crew, and that's the bowman, Anthony Dunlap, holds his head in his hands. What a disappointment for the young lad. He'll be back, though.
And that was such a mature race by the Molesey crew. Stayed in their bubble doing their race, picked their moment, then came through it, and all that matters is you cross the line first.
Confirmation of that result, Molesey Boat Club beat Lee Rowing Club in the heat of the Fawley Challenge Cup.